You saw organization, you saw motivation. You actually had your first mentor at that time that gave me strategy on life. So as I reflect back on what Coach Ferris did for me, that's what you can do. You can look at your coach and you can be that for somebody else. Hello, welcome to Like-Minded Servants with me, Cecil Graves. This is a podcast for leaders and entrepreneurs who will get better every day. If you haven't joined us before, go back and check out our previous podcasts that talk on a wide range of topics that will impact you. Today, we're going to talk about one that is called physical fitness. And sometimes that makes people just cringe when they hear that, because physical fitness to most people was PE in high school. What I've learned in the last, 20, 30 years is that physical fitness is actually part of every entrepreneur, every CEO, every high-level business owner. And typically, when I look at physical fitness and I mentor young men or men in general, we bring this up and their main thing is, well, Cecil, I just don't have time for physical fitness. And that usually just means they're thinking it's going to take hours, or they need to do it 7 days a week, or don't do it at all. But that's not at all what it is. Physical fitness could be hiking in the woods, could be running, walking, going places with your kids. Hikes are big for me with my kids just because I have so many. So it's a pretty easy thing to do. But the point of this is they have to have what I always talk about. It's a mindset shift. They've got to understand that if it's 15 minutes a day, it's 15 minutes a day. Getting it 4 or 5 times a day will lead to a super healthy addiction, whatever you do, whether it's at the gym, a CrossFit gym, something that's a group sport that holds you accountable and keeps you coming, would be super helpful. As I said, any high level person, if you look at any CEO today, I know at a recent insurance meeting I went to, I would go to the gym in the hotel, and every one of the top people at some point were in that gym. Now, whether they were on a bicycle, they were on a treadmill, they were on an elliptical, they were still getting it done even at 60, 70, 75 years old. My fitness, if you look back at your life, and I know in today's age, a lot of these gamers and stuff, they don't get into physical fitness. But back, I'm only 42. So back when I was 13, I go back there in my timeline with a terrific coach that was, everybody's got that coach. This guy is my coach. This guy is John Allen Ferris. He was actually my dad's coach as well. At 13, physical fitness became organized in my life to give me structure for today. At 13, you got a cross-country team in a small school that needs everybody to participate so that they actually have a team. So in 6th grade, I started cross-country. And I started with Coach Ferris. We met in the football locker room for orientation. So when you go through that, kids, whether they're going through baseball, any of this stuff, they don't realize what's happening at that point until later. You saw organization, you saw motivation. You actually had your first mentor at that time that gave me strategy on life. So as I reflect back on what Coach Ferris did for me, that's what you can do. You can look at your coach and you can be that for somebody else. So he took time to organize, and he used a legal pad just like I do today, and motivate me and show me things that I can do that I didn't know I could do. I would have never thought I could have run a 5K in 16 minutes and 34 seconds. But with consistency, discipline, physical fitness, it showed me that I can do that. Now I can take that and apply to my team at the office, even to this podcast, conditioning me to get to a point where I'm running smoother and better. There's so much relatable material with your teams, your job, your family. So you can look back on sports. And typically, if you look at athletes, they're very successful in their lives because they simply learn to apply that team concept. I know we're talking about physical fitness today, but I don't want you to lose that grasp that what you learned even in high school, even in T-ball, can be applied to what you're doing today. It's pretty random with a big family. I've got 5 kids. I've got a wife. I've got a business. I help out at my local church. I teach a mastermind group. I help train people. I'm a business coach, life coach. Physical fitness to me might be in the morning at the local gym here for an hour. It might be in the afternoon. It might be pickleball in the morning. Pickleball's a big thing now, and it's a pretty wonderful sport because it doesn't discriminate. It brings the 5-year-old playing the 75-year-old. This is all types of physical fitness you can install into your life. The big thing is if you're looking to help others and you're not wanting to do things like this first, it resembles something of like you get on an airplane, right? The airplane's getting ready to take off. Before that happens, a lady or a gentleman stands up in the aisle and they give direction inside the airplane of what you need to do if something goes wrong. So when you look at that and you're listening to me now, some of you may even be getting ahead of me, but who does he or she tell to put on the oxygen mask first? Or they tell you to put on the oxygen mask first. So the only way the other ones can survive, say your kids, is if you help yourself first. So this is very applicable to your business, your life, your family, whatever you're doing. If you're not serving yourself first, and when I say serving, growing yourself, self-betterment, books, podcasts. If you're not getting better, then you cannot go help others. So if you truly have a heart to help others and serve others, you have to invest in yourself. How can I begin today? How can I start today? I'm working a shutdown at one of the local plants and I just don't have time. Again, that might be 15 minutes before you head to work. You might get a good walk in with your wife. During this walk, you just might be listening to this podcast. You might be listening to Ed Milet, Joe Rogan. You might like entertainment. You might need to turn entertainment off. You might need to start listening to something that can improve your life. You can do these things simple, man. Join your local pickleball league. Join your local softball league. If it's your kids, go get them tennis lessons. There's so many ways to get physically fit today. We really don't have any excuses. The main one I told you that I get is, Cecil, I just don't have the time. And that's just taking time with somebody and talking about their day, using both of my ears instead of my mouth, listening to them, and then asking them the question, which is the mindset shift. That's where I get to help them with the mindset shift and ask them, why couldn't you come with me tonight and play pickleball? Or why can't you get a Bowflex? Why can't you go get some lessons in tennis? Why can't you just get a golf club and go walk the course instead of riding the cart? So that's it for the day. Physical fitness is pretty simple, pretty straight to the point. I guarantee it, if you install something into your life, it will get contagious and roll over and become a healthy addiction. We talk about addictions, right? And it's always a bad word, but there actually can be healthy addictions. As always, we appreciate you guys watching or listening to this podcast. I hope you found something beneficial for you today that you can apply to your life. Get out there, go get a workout in, sweat a little bit. Please share this platform on any of your social media, wherever you watch it, wherever you consume this material at Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, but share it with your friends so that we can impact them too. So let's all go serve others so we can get better together.